lovey, it's Lucy Vital. As always, it is such a pleasure having you here with me, and it would mean so much to me if you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Today's topic is about women's intuition. Just to cut to the chase, women's intuition is, I think, one of the most special things about us. I am not taking away from men because they have their own gifts as well, but women's intuition is just one of the things I love so much about being a woman. So what's women's intuition? It is a knowing of something you had no previous knowledge of, and it comes to you. It can come to you in a hunch. It can come to you in a dream. It could be a message that a person shares with you that helps guide you in the direction that you need to go in. Being Haitian, I used to loathe when my dad would tell me about dreams. And I'm like, Dad, we're in Queens. Come on, stop it. You're doing too much. But now I'm exactly that person that will get a dream and I will immediately honor it. As long as I figure out what I need to do, it's done. Sometimes people confuse anxiety or fear. The thing about intuition is, even if it's bad news that it's trying to avoid you from experiencing, you're not gonna feel that fear because you have a knowing of what to do to stay safe. Being a little bit of a romantic woman who enjoys having a lover, I love when you meet a person and you just vibe and you know that this man is your person. He's your ace boon coon, and that you guys are going to have something wonderful. Maybe you marry in a year, maybe you marry in 3 years, but you find a way to cohabitate and build your lives together. I think that is just the ultimate. Like, you feel like you're home with this person and you feel like they nourish you so much. It can be with a girlfriend. I have met quite a few women randomly in passing, and I knew that we were gonna be friends. And they said the very same thing. It's like you automatically see each other and smile, and someone starts off the convo, and then you look and you've been friends 20, 30, 40 years. I love that. I love the positive of having women's intuition, but guess what? I like when it warns you. Some people don't know what intuition is. Intuition does not cause anxiety. Intuition is a certitude. Is that a word? Certainty. I think that's the better word. Intuition is a certainty about something that you really didn't know or don't know why you know, but once you have it, you know that this is correct. It's not a second guessing, but unfortunately with intuition, we second guess a lot because why? The average woman does not want to intentionally be mean. And also, we don't like to prejudge, most of us unnecessarily. And so intuition is like a muscle. Very cliche, but the more you use it, the stronger it gets. But if you don't use it, you lose it. And now you start second guessing yourself too much. I'm not sure if you know this, but women are the more apologetic gender. I know that Instagram, Twitter, and all the others have you thinking that we are not accountable. Not true. If you look at groups of women, they're always apologizing to each other and random strangers. I mean, yes, if you step on someone's foot or you bump into them, oh, I'm sorry. That's normal. That's polite. It means you have manners. But on average, I need to work on that. But think today, after watching this video, how many times you will apologize for big and for small. Your girlfriend tells you that her son lost his job. Oh, I'm so sorry. You didn't fire him. You didn't take the job from him. But it's just our natural instinct to give our apologies for things that are not going right. We war not against the flesh, but against principalities. And what does that mean? Oftentimes, when you have a negative feeling about someone, it is not the physical flesh, it is what's within them that's warring with you. because light and darkness cannot coexist. And there are some people that are dark. It has nothing to do with skin tone. It has to do with their energy. Have you ever met someone that is such a light wherever they go? You know, Lucy means light. I have to remind you that. But some people have a light about them. They could be 10, they could be 100. You want to know who they are. You want to be in their presence. That's what that principality is. And so there are some people, unfortunately, that do not have that light within. And their whole purpose in their day is to take someone's light away, to dim it. It doesn't mean end of life, but to just make a person go backward a few steps. This is a true story. And please forgive me for my rudeness, but I'm just going to tell you how I thought it and what I did. I was in my 20s and I was shopping at Roosevelt Field. That's a mall on Long Island in New York. And an elderly woman came up to me, very just purposefully. Like she literally made a beeline towards me. So being a New Yorker, I don't like nobody running up on me because I have a really nice left hook. I am a lefty. So she runs up on me, and that was a red flag because she was moving very fast. She came up to me and asked me, hey sweetheart, can you take me to my car? And immediately my quiet thought was, fuck no, I'm not taking you to your car. And it kind of made me jolt. Like it was a whole inner battle I was having with myself. I'm not taking this lady to her car. And then the little angel on my shoulder is like, what's wrong with you? This is not how you were raised. And I guess the little devil is like, if she got here, why can she not get back? And if she's having an emergency, you call 911 or call security. So I did not say any of that to her rudely. Well, without the F word. I said, I can call security. There was a guy whizzing by. What are those things that they have that are going very quickly by? I don't know what they're called. Anyways, it was one of those things. The name will come to me after, of course. And I said, he was just whizzing by. He's doing the whole round. I'll wait for him or look for him. She's like, no, please take me down. I have to go home. I forgot something. And this stairwell takes us exactly into the parking lot. And I was like, no, I have things to do. I don't know you. And those are the only things I can do. And I said, if you can't make it to your car, how are you going to drive? Because that takes effort. And if you don't have the physical strength to do it, it would be best that you don't do it. I said, if you ran out of cash, I can give you some, but that's about it. And I was very just tense with her. She kept trying to convince me for another 2 minutes, and now I'm really annoyed. And I'm like, lady, I have stuff I need to do. I cannot help you. I will not help you. And she kept insisting, and now I walk away because I'm not going to keep going back and forth with my time to waste. So after about half an hour, I go through Nordstrom because my car was parked at valet. And of course, in that moment, I don't see the gentleman that can take the card and then go get the car. And so she's parked next to valet. She's coming out of Who's the Boss van. So I'm dating myself. Who's the Boss was a show in the 80s that I loved as a kid. And Tony had like a van that had the windshield, the side windows for the passenger and the driver, and the two back windows on the back doors of the van. But it had no windows on the sides, outside of the front too. And she audibly says, oh shit. And she's standing there with 3 guys that come out of the van with her. They're all dressed in black. They look very ominous, you know? I went right back inside and waited them out. And when I saw them take off, even though my car was in valet, I didn't want them possibly following me. I knew in that moment, that's why I literally was speaking the way that I do, because I've given strangers rides, I've given strangers money, I've let strangers sit in my car during the snowstorm because I knew that a bus was not coming for hours, and I even took them to the subway. I'm a person that feels that I'm here to be of service. I'm here to help you. So I apologize for that in the background. Today's Tuesday. Why am I looking at my watch to tell what day it is? Today is Tuesday, so they do that and I'm not used to recording at this time. But any which way, weeks later, it came out that they had an organ harvesting and a SCX trafficking ring, and they would kidnap all sorts of women, you know, young, old, black, white. They had, I guess, whatever they needed, I hate to say. I wish that I had the wherewithal back then to talk to security instead of calling my best friend and my husband at the time. I wish I had the wherewithal to contact the police because I have a very photographic memory. If I see your plates once or twice, I will always see you. Like, I'll always know it's you if I'm out somewhere. Like, even my neighbors now, if I see them at the, I forget the name of the mall. Jesus, I'm forgetting everything right now. I'll know that it's my neighbor based on the plates. I don't know why I'm like that, but once I see something once or twice, it's committed. I wish that I had known to do that back then, but I'm grateful. I mean, in the moment, I didn't know why I had literally no brakes on my mouth. I was outside, I did not curse at her, but I was very impolite. And I was very stern with her, like, listen, it's either this or it's either that, but I gotta go. I'm not going to take you to your car. And you know what hurts? Is that whether it was her or others like her, there were many women that were abducted to never be seen again. And you know what? They too probably had the intuition that something was wrong. But in us as women, not wanting to be impolite, not wanting to be rude, bad things can happen to us. So if you feel a way upon meeting a person, going to a place that something's not right, I always like to tell people, honor that. It's not for you to figure out in the moment, but like pregnancy, the truth always comes out. You will always find out why you feel the way that you do. Don't feel bad, because feeling bad, in my personal opinion, of what's happened to me, dims your intuition. And you don't want that. In my own life, you meet someone and you think, something's not right about this person. And sometimes you share it with someone else. This is why we need to be careful and we need to be discerning with who we share things with, because someone will automatically quash your whole feelings. You might tell someone, oh, you know, I don't know that Jane is necessarily, oh, what's wrong with Jane? Jane is so nice. You just met her, girl. You being judgmental. That is really negative of you. And boom, now you just become subdued immediately. Just because you think something doesn't mean you have to say it. Sometimes your discernment is your discernment. It's not hers, it's not his, it's not theirs, it's yours. That's why it's good to have several people around, because what one person doesn't see or feel, another does. So be careful when you share your dreams. Be careful when you share your hunches. Unless it directly involves someone else, just be observing. You don't have to, it's not because you're hiding, it's not because what you feel is wrong. But again, how many times have you shared what you felt about something or even a place, and immediately that person tells you, no, I've never had an issue. That's just you. And now, your discernment is your discernment. Your intuition is your intuition. It's not a community effort. And to be honest, sometimes it can be. But guess what? When it is, other people will start talking to you about, you know, I just didn't get a good feeling about such and such. Something's off. And then here you go. Me too. You will find out why. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you will find out why. Because the truth cannot be hidden. So I have to speak in my HR because it's what I've been doing for over a quarter of a century. But I hope that this video finds you well. I wish you the best of days. I'm already looking forward to the weekend, not because I don't enjoy being at work, but I have some things coming up that I'm excited about. I will share with you in time. And so thank you again for watching. I love you so much. Take care.